What is going on, guys? It is the Bronx Prince here with episode 12 of SWF, the Cornellverse series. I've messed with the mic levels. I know I've been trying to work on it, and they all seem to come out the same. All the audio does. There's echoes at some point, so I messed with the mic levels a little bit more. I also moved the mic a little bit away from me, so I'm hoping that helps. Again, I'm really sorry if it's bothering you guys. Just stick around and I'll get it to work soon. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. And let's hop right into this, episode 12, the go-home show for Awesome Impact 2020. In an abysmal pre-show match, Robbie Retro defeated Chill in 13:30 by pinfall with a murder on the dance floor. Chill with a 40 and Robbie Retro with a 51. The segment rating got a 50. In a pre-show bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Jungle Lord defeated Ernest Youngman in 12:33 by pinfall with a Jungle Jackhammer. 59 rated match, a 51 from Ernest Youngman, and a 59 from Jungle Lord. I'm going to book Ernest Youngman and hopefully allow him to pick up a few more wins and build that momentum up so his perception rating can go up a little bit, even if it's not recognizable once he has warm momentum. I'm going to put him on the actual shows, and I'm going to throw him in a feud with someone. That way he could boost his pop. And to open the show, and about that had good heat and decent wrestling, the Crippler defeated Lenny Brown in 13:25 by pinfall with the Tombstone Piledriver. During the match, we had Des Davids distract Brown, an 82 rated opening match, a 77 from the Crippler, Lenny Brown with a 64. I love the Crippler. Part of me wants to put the title on him just because he's so good. I mean, his in-ring performance gets 77, but he has amazing selling, and that helped boost the matchup. So, if you hear a little bit of fan, I'm just hitting me now. I do have my fan on in the background, so I'm sorry if you guys hear that. I'm hoping you won't. If you do in future episodes, I can just turn it down or off if I have to. But I really want to put the belt on Crippler, but he's 46. So that's why I'm kind of building him as someone that's possible to win it in case I decide to pull the trigger. An 82 rated match. The Crippler stands up after a hard-fought win. He walks over to Lenny Brown and shakes his hand. He walks out, leaving Lenny Brown alone in the ring. So, yeah, the Crippler, he's impressed with Lenny Brown, who's one of the two people that are constantly getting pushed backstage. Him and High Flying Hawaiian are future stars, according to a bunch of people. A 70 rated segment. In about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Rogue defeated Maddie Faith in 13:30 by pinfall with a crashing on. A 77 rated match, a 75 from Rogue, and a 51 from Maddie Faith. I threw this together. Rogue hasn't been in a match in a minute. And Maddie Faith, I kind of just wanted to see what he could do, so a 77 rated, not too bad at all. And a 74 angle, Mikey Lau versus Brandon James in a steel cage is set for Awesome Impact 2020. All that's left to do is sign the contract. So they're in the ring, and Eric Eisen is there, kind of regulating the contract signing, and Mikey signs the contract. But while his head is down, Brandon grabs him by the head and tosses him across the table. He beats him down and slams him through the table. Brandon signs the contract and walks away. So a 74 rated segment. It's set. Mikey Lau and Brandon James are going to be in a steel cage match at Awesome Impact 2020. And about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Hawaiian Crush defeated Fame and Money in 8:24 when High Flying Hawaiian pinned Paul Huntington with a Pacific Crush. Akuma with a 65, High Flying Hawaiian with a 60, although Akuma puts on better performances than High Flying Hawaiian. High Flying Hawaiian has better star quality, so these are both people that I could push in the future. Obviously, Akuma's bigger, so I would assume that he would be the heel, and then they'd do the necessary feud, and they'd go their separate ways and head toward the main event scene, hopefully. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but that's just an idea. We pan backstage where we see Randy Unleashed jumping ZWB. Mikey Lau comes to break it up, and James runs up and clobbers him. A brawl ensues. Valiant comes out of his locker room to see what's happening, only to be pulled into the brawl by Remo. Eric walks down angry with security guards who break up the fight. Eric screams, "Enough! You'll settle your differences one-on-one at Awesome Impact. But tonight, it will be Valiant, ZWB, and Mikey Lau versus Remo, Randy Unleashed, and Brandon James in a 6-man tag match." So Mikey Lau, fresh off of being put through a table a few moments ago, will be in the main event. In a decent match, Spencer Spade defeated Stephen Parker in 13:09 by pinfall with a Supreme Stunner. Spencer Spade with a 70. I'm happy. His performances are gradually going up, and it's only a matter of time till he makes a run for that title. Angry runs down to the ring and attacks Spencer Spade in order to get even with him after last week. 70 rated segment. The show's only been average, so I think the main event is the next match. If it's not, it's the match after, and a lot of the success of this show is riding on that big star-studded main event. And about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Joey Morgan defeated John Greed in 13:07 by pinfall with an Empire Spiral. Joey Morgan with the 67, John Greed with the 61. 73 rated match. So I think there's a segment and then the main event. And we, like I said, our show's been average, maybe a little bit below average. So a lot's riding on that main event. Rocky is cutting a promo, and he says, "Scythe, at Awesome Impact, I take back my belt that you stole from me, and I put an end to your antics. I end your games. I've been around the block a few times. Once you realize that you're not untouchable, you are beatable, I believe you will fade away to obscurity. I'll see you on Tuesday." 86 rated segment. That's a nice boost that we need. And here comes the main event. A lot of this show's rating, almost all of it, is relying on this main event. In a good match, Valiant defeated ZWB and Mikey Lau. Valiant, ZWB, and Mikey Lau defeated Remo, Randy Unleashed, and Brandon James in 22:04 when Valiant pinned Brandon James with the V-split. Mikey Lau with the 77, ZWB with the 72, Valiant with an 85, Brandon James with the 73, Randy Unleashed with the 66, Remo with an 83. I think Valiant and Remo at Awesome Impact's going to put on a fantastic match in an 83 rated. Okay. Alright, there's one more segment. Hopefully it gets above an 81. Okay. I thought someone got injured right before the pay-per-view. ZWB debuted a new spot that showcases athletic ability. His psychology will be helped by being able to use it as a go-to spot in the future. That's badass. Valiant, ZWB, and Mikey Lau celebrate to close the go-home show. We'll see you at Awesome Impact 2020. An 88 rated segment. So the main event did over the 81 requirement. We had that 86 segment before the main event, and we have this to close it. I'm really hoping it's enough. Let's see if we get over that 81. 82. Woo! I was a little worried, I'm not going to lie. I wanted to do something different. I feel like I've kind of followed the same formula throughout the whole entire series, with the same people facing variations of the same opponent. So I had thrown, Rogue with Maddie Faith. I decided to throw Joey Morgan and John Greed together. I've been trying to see if Spencer Spade will be ready for the main event in a bit, and it does look like he will be with that 70. So I was a little worried how the show was going, but we were able to pull it off. We'll see you guys episode 13, which will be Awesome Impact. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'm the Bronx Prince, and I'm out.